Cash and Calling. Thank y'all so much for tuning in for another Budget With Me video. This week we're budgeting for October paycheck number 5. It's the final paycheck of October for us. I get paid on a weekly basis. My husband gets paid twice a month. So we're still trying to navigate how all of that works. If y'all have any tips or tricks for the twice a month pay people, let me know. So it's not bi-weekly, it's twice a month, just for more context and clarity. This week, it was kind of rough. So we ended up going negative in our accounts, and we're going to talk about why. It was very unintentional and it was corrected, but I do want to notate that. So we ended up going negative in our checking accounts, and I have been feeling very under the weather, so I'm not feeling 100% even now. Our baby girl is sick. She had a fever yesterday. It has finally broke, but she still doesn't feel well either. Just navigating that, and it's been a lot. I didn't cash stuff for October paycheck number 4, so y'all did not see a cash stuffing video from me this week, and honestly that was mainly because we had nothing to cash stuff. To be very transparent, I'm the only one who got paid last week. We both got paid this week. We're just trying to navigate our budget and make everything work. Last week was literally bare bones. I did cash stuff off camera though. I did our variable expenses, so things like gas, miscellaneous, toiletries, those things. I did cash stuff off camera, but it was not a lot. And yeah, so we're going to talk all about that, y'all, because I feel like I'm not disappointed at all, just to be very clear, because I only budgeted a buffer in our checking account of $50, and we spent a little bit more, and I wasn't tracking as diligently because of all the other things we had going on. So, but like I said, we're going to talk about it. So I'm going to introduce myself real quick first. So my name is Brittany. I am 37 years old. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of 4. We have 2 boys, 2 girls. I currently work full-time as a nurse practitioner, and I recently picked up a second job to help us out with our financial goals. The second job I picked up is a work as needed job, just to provide some extra context for that. And we're trying to pay off over $200,000 of debt, y'all. Our debt includes our mortgage, student loans, multiple medical bills, and a car loan, and we're working on paying it off. We did get stalled earlier in the year because my husband was laid off. He's recently found employment, and we're super grateful for that, but you know, it was a time of transition, and we're still navigating all of that as well. If you enjoy this type of content, I pray that you will consider subscribing. If you're new watching, I just want to say hi and welcome to the channel. And I thank y'all so much for tuning in week after week and watching these videos. I am super grateful. I say it all the time, but I think it's very important to appreciate people because our time is valuable. Your time is valuable. My time is valuable as well. All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about all the things. I got a student loan update. Really, it's a non-update because there has been no progress, but I want to fill y'all in on what's going on with that. I pray that everyone is doing good too, and that y'all are navigating things good. I hope your October went well. Y'all, I feel like once November comes, that's when everything starts to spiral as far as the holidays. You got Thanksgiving, Christmas, and for us, since we don't celebrate Halloween, this is just kind of the start of everything. Let me know in the comments if you have started Christmas shopping and all of those things. All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna clip my microphone first. All right, y'all, let's go. So you should see my budget here on the screen so you can follow along. And first things first, we're going to start with our tithes, y'all. So we do tithe on our gross pay, just for clarity and context. All right, so $205 were my tithes this week, and $178 were my husband's tithe this week. Y'all, we are still playing with his W-9 dependents. They changed it up I don't know, there was a few years ago where you started putting the like 2,000, 4,000, 6,000 if you have dependents, and how his job does it, it doesn't explain how they're calculating dependents. So for his, I put 6,000 when I filled it out for him. And for his paycheck this week, they didn't take any federal taxes. They took the Medicare, Social Security. I did go in and I lowered it to 4,000, hoping that they'll go ahead and take some taxes out. We do have currently 3 dependents because my oldest son is 20, so I don't think we're going to claim him this year on our taxes. But just trying to navigate that, because honestly, it trips me up every time, especially if the employer doesn't kind of spell out what you're supposed to put. We'll see this upcoming check what that is going to look like as far as the federal taxes being taken out for him. We do not need a lot of taxes to come out for him, because out of my paycheck I pay extra in taxes, and I kind of explained why on my last video. So if you did not watch my last budget with me for October paycheck number 4, go and watch that to get some context around why I take out extra taxes out of my check. And we'll kind of navigate it. So we'll kind of see what we have going on. So to break down the hours I worked this week, I worked 32 hours at my full-time job, and I worked 3 hours at my PRN job this week. So I worked a total of 35 hours this week. All right, y'all. So we're going to go on to our bills. Our bills this week, the electric bill, we're paying $200, and currently our balance for our electricity bill is negative $81. So the $200 will get added onto that. So it'll be negative $281 because we are ahead on our electricity bill. AAA, that's our car insurance. It got $144. Let me stop right here. So this is our 5th paycheck. So this is kind of considered an extra paycheck for us, but of course not really, right? So we're still gonna take bills out of there. Our bills are just not heavy at all this week. We paid our heavy bills last week. We're doing good. We're right on schedule where we need to be. Life insurance got $62. And most of these bills that came out are on auto pay. The bills that we could pay off of auto pay, we went ahead and paid those earlier in the month. Apple Music was $11.76. Comcast, that's our phone service. No, I'm sorry. Comcast, that's our Wi-Fi, was $70.23. IRS this week, although I got paid from my 1099 job, it was only 3 hours, which I don't work a lot of hours there. I work anywhere from 2 to probably 8 hours a week at my PRN job, but this week I did not take taxes out for self-employment. I just didn't, and I don't know, probably should, but I didn't. But I did take Mississippi out, so I pay Mississippi state taxes because they currently do not take taxes out of my check for Mississippi. So I transferred $50 to our high yield savings account. Haircut, my husband got a haircut this week. It's going to be $30. Nails, I'll be getting those done soon. I'm budgeting $55. Our son braces is $74, but this comes out of our high yield savings account. So we'll pay that out of there. That does not come out of our checking account. Student loan, I am going to go ahead and start back paying this. I'm only paying $15. Y'all, I have a lot of student loans, like over $100,000 worth of student loans. If you have not watched my debt confession video, go and check that out. That breaks down all of our debts. To give y'all a quick update on student loans. So I applied for the income-based repayment plan. I submitted everything. My application is in limbo currently. They did send me a message. They said the application is delayed. I'm not sure if it's because of the government shutdown or not, because I was looking on Reddit and there are people who have had an application out for months and they still have not been processed. So I am honestly in limbo with the student loans. I don't want to pay extra on it because it's not going towards anything. It's not going towards public student loan forgiveness. It's not touching interest, yet alone principal. So I don't know why I'm paying 15. I guess I'm just paying to say I'm paying something, but 15 is not doing anything. And hopefully I will hear something soon so I can at least start making a payment that is going towards something. And I kind of want to get into, since I did take a little break to talk about that, why our checking account was in the negative last week. Our checking account went in the negative because I did budget a buffer for us. Our buffer was only $50. We don't have a large amount sitting in our checking accounts. At one point, our goal was to keep $500 in there, but that was before we became zero-based budgets. And we were just leaving money in there. Our money wasn't going to a specific location or anything. So since we got an emergency fund and a little savings cushion, we decided to just go zero based all the way. And we were on schedule to do fine. Like, our account was not supposed to go in a negative, but I did end up buying the girls something off of Amazon, and I accounted for that in the $50 buffer, so they took the buffer down. And then my husband had to get something that he didn't have the cash for at the time, so he pulled it off the debit card. And once that transaction went off the debit card, that put us in a negative. It was not by a lot at all. I'm talking about negative $10, y'all. But we did go in the negative. We let it sit there for a little bit because I was under the weather. My daughter is under the weather. So it just was not a priority. And Capital One does not charge a fee for being in the negative. So we just kind of let it sit till we got paid. Now that we have received our checks for the week, everything is okay now. Our buffer differs from week to week. So some weeks it might be a $50 buffer. Some week it's $200. It all depends what next week's bills are looking like that I can roll money over into. So that's kind of how I do that because I am a weekly budgeter. I budget every single week without fail. Let me know if y'all have any questions or suggestions on that. Also, let me know if you get paid twice a month. How do you budget your bills? Do you kind of split the check up and still get paid weekly, or how do you do it? Let's go on to our sinking funds. For this week, groceries is getting $150. I already put in our pickup order. It was like $170, but I did get a hair product for my girls, so they have money in their cash envelopes for that. So I'll just put the money back and it'll bring that down to $150. We did stock up on a lot. It is soup season. I am looking forward to making more wholesome meals, soups, lasagna, chili, all of the hearty meals. I'm looking forward to that. What is y'all favorite soup to make? If you have a favorite, let me know. And I'm always looking for new recipes. I'm always on TikTok looking for new soups and things to make. So let me know what you really like. Gas is getting $100 this week. Spending is getting $115. And that breakdown is $50 to me, $50 to my husband, and $15 to our son. Toiletries is getting $20. Miscellaneous is getting $25. That is it for our sinking funds. I will be cash stuffing $60 this week. So that is extra money because we do have money that will be left over this week. And we're paying extra on our debt this week as well. You'll see that at kind of the end part of this video. So make sure you're locked in, you're tuned in, okay? So y'all can see what we're paying on our debts. So our virtual envelopes, vacation got $85 this week, and our balance on our vacation is $1,826. Christmas is fully funded at $1,200. Taxes got $50 for Mississippi state taxes this week, and the balance is $1,168.21. Our HSA got $100 this week, and the current balance is $121.38. All right, now we will be going on to our debt. Our car loan, nothing is due this week. Our car loan is on a 0% balance transfer through Capital One. We paid $300.04 this week, and the new balance is $2,897. Y'all, our goal, which is a huge goal, y'all, but our goal is to pay this car loan off before the end of the year. And y'all just be praying. Please be in agreement with us that we'll get extra in, or we can budget in a way where we have leftover money that we can go ahead and knock this car loan out. I do not want to go into 2026 with this car loan. All right. Our house note, we didn't pay anything extra. It's not due. The balance on our mortgage is $130,520. Our medical debt did not get anything this week, and the balance on that is $3,313. So y'all, that is it for our budget for October number 5. I am going to have a November reset coming out soon. I haven't recorded it yet, but in our resets, I will give y'all an update on our goals for November, how much we plan on paying on debts, what is next for us as far as our finances go, and it'll just be a breakdown of what we plan on doing for the month of November. So I pray that y'all will tune into that. Go ahead and give me a like on the video if you made it this far and you enjoyed this content. And y'all, I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.